I'm Show Slater, your Wiccan Witch, specialising in psychic mediumship. And if Spirit has brought you here, so blessed be, and merry we meet. If Spirit has brought you here, a little bit about me is I am a Wiccan Witch. I was blessed to be able to be born into the craft. My dear dad in Spirit is a Wiccan Witch. We move with the earth, not on it, harming none, in perfect love and perfect trust, as I like to say. And I've been able to connect to Spirit since I was born. My first connection to Spirit was my gorgeous my gorgeous grandmother in Spirit, rather, who had passed away 20 years prior to me being born. And she stood at the end of my bed. That's my gorgeous grandmother on my mother's side, which is my Aboriginal side. And she's been connected with me ever since. And I've been professionally reading now for over 20 years. So come in and say hi wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Don't be shy, as I like to say. Come in and say hi. Let me know how your morning's going, your day's going, or afternoon's going. I am going to do general readings here. So certainly if you've got any questions, you can pop those in the chat. Any intimate questions, I will ask you to head over to my website. Hi, Kimmy, how are you? Good morning, Miss Cindy. How lovely to have you found me here. So blessed be. It's lovely to have you all here wherever you are in the world. As I said, come in and say hi. Don't be shy. I will do general readings here. Any intimate questions, I will ask you to head over to my website, Show Slater. Good morning, Stephanie. I'm good, Kimmy. How are you? How are you, Stephanie? How are you, Miss Cindy? Been thinking about you as well, darling. As you know, my gorgeous dad in Spirit will be here as well, as he always is on all of these lives. So certainly come in and say hi. It's my absolute pleasure and honour to be able to do it here on Facebook. Here I am on Facebook for a change. It's been a while since I've been on here, but certainly come in and say hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. As I said, I will do general readings here. So if there's anything intimate, I will ask you to head over to my website, showslatermedium.com. Please share the love if you'd like to. Let me know what's going on in your realm, but certainly you can ask any questions. But if there's anything intimate, as I say, I will ask you to head over to my website and schedule a reading with me. So come in and say hi wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon. If you have just joined me, once again, a little bit about me is I am Show Slater, Wiccan Witch, specialising in psychic mediumship. I was blessed to be able to be born into the craft. We move with the earth, not on it, harming none, in perfect love and perfect trust, as I like to say. My dear dad in Spirit, who's been in Spirit for over 20 years, is a Wiccan Witch. And we move with the earth, not on it, harming none. And I've been able to connect to Spirit since I was born. My first connection to Spirit was my gorgeous grandmother in Spirit, who had passed away 20 years prior to me being born. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Hello, Brandy. Lovely to have you here. So blessed be. Lovely to have you all here. As I say, and I've been professionally reading now for over 20 years. If you're wanting readings with me, my website's there, so you can certainly have those. So come in and say hi. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat. I'll try and get through as many as I can in the time that I'm on. And certainly if there's anything intimate, I will ask you to head over to my website, Show Slater Medium, and I'll schedule, and you can schedule a reading there. So come in and pop your questions in the chat. And if there's anything that I can answer for you, I'll answer for you. I do have my cards, but as you know, I'm very much directed by Spirit, as Spirit flows directly through me. So it's so lovely to have you here. As I said, I do go around the world, so what you can schedule readings with me at any time of day. I was just talking about today, getting in touch with our own spirit. Do you remember, when we were children, we were able to run wild and free and get in touch with our own spirit, and a lot of the time we forget about trusting out that gut feel with things. And so it's important to trust that gut feel, because that gut feel is always right. And really Spirit comes in is where our tummy is where Spirit comes in, that gut feel. So always trust that first feeling. All right, so off we go. So if there's any questions, if you'd like to pop them in the chat, I'd be absolutely honored to be able to answer some questions for for you, and we get through that. I can't see any questions coming through, so please excuse me. I don't know if there's a bit of a delay, but certainly come in and say hi, pop your questions in the chat, and I'll get through as many as I can. So blessed be. All right. Okay. All right. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Come in and say hi. Don't be shy, as I like to say, and certainly ask any of the questions. I'd be happy to answer any of the questions. All right, Stephanie, let's go. Will I be moving in the next few months to your partner? All right. Thank you, sweetheart, for asking that question. Look, it did freeze a little bit. It's good now. Thanks, Kimmy. Goodness gracious. I don't know, that spirit playing with my computer again. Hey. All right. Okay. Stephanie, I'm with you, sweetheart. Will I be moving in the next few months? Let's put your question up on my screen. All right, sweetheart, let's go with you. With regards to moving in the next few months, look, I keep hearing, I think it's going to be sooner than that, Stephanie. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. You're saying about the next couple of months, but I keep hearing, goodness gracious, I keep hearing from spirit that it's around about December, sweetheart. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. I know you said the next couple of months, but I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I just feel like there's a sense of that your partner wants you around, and I've got a feeling that it might be even a transition, sweetheart. Good morning, Donna. There's a bit of a transition there, sweetheart. So I feel like even over Christmas time is when you're going to actually start the move, if that makes sense, sweetheart, which will be wonderful, because I think it's like you two have been commuting between each other. Does that make sense to you? Like, I just feel like you two have been commuting between each other, but I do feel like it's going to be sooner than the next few months. All right, darling, and hopefully that answers your question for you. Okay, sweetheart? All right, and I'm sending you so much love and so much healing. All right, okay, let's keep going. Okay, Lindy. Hello, Lindy. Lindy Morgan, I'm with you, sweetheart. Anyone coming through for you? Oh, bless. Well, let's get everybody. Good morning, Susie. Okay, with you, Lindy, let's come through and I'll see who I can get through for you, gorgeous. And as you know, I don't always look at you directly. It comes from spirit. All right, let's see who I've got for you, darling. Would you have a grandfather in spirit? Feel like I've got a granddad in spirit. Feel like this gorgeous man is coming through, granddad or great-grandfather, sweetheart. I do feel like, if you can just give me a yes or a no, I do feel like this man was unconditional love. I feel like he's quite a strong man as well, and I do feel like he was around you as a little girl growing up, all right? And I do feel like with him, you know, it's that beautiful unconditional love, and he stood very much in his truth and in his and in who he was. I feel like it was a bit of a hard worker as well, Lindy, you know. I feel like, I'm going to put my cards down, I feel like he gave to everybody he met, and I want to say you were very much the apple of his eye, if that makes sense. I'm hearing a P, like a pa or a pop or something like that. I do feel like he could dress up and dress down. I feel like he had a love of music as well, Lindy. I feel like I want to move with him. I don't know if he used to dance, but he was like, I feel like he gave everything that he could to everybody that he met, including yourself, sweetheart. Beautiful words of wisdom, if that makes sense too, darling. I feel like he's your biggest cheer squad in spirit as well. I feel like you feel him as well. You're very connected. You're very connected to him as well in spirit. I feel like you feel him at times. I feel like he feels a bit of the earth as well, Lindy. So I don't know if he was off the land or anything like that, but I do feel like he had a love of nature and stuff like that. And I do feel like with him also, I don't know if there's a birthday, an anniversary or a celebration coming up, but if there is, he certainly doesn't miss out on that. And I know that there's Christmas coming up, so I do feel that. But I do want to say to you, I do feel like he gives you words of wisdom, and he is working through you and with you. And I do feel like you're very much like him as well, darling, if that makes sense. All right. It's like, I want to say, you know, you two are quite unique in your family, if that makes sense. But there's so much of him that flows through. I feel like there's a photo out on display of him as well. He wants to make mention of the photograph out on display as well, darling. And he wants to acknowledge that. And I do feel like he's walking your path with you too, Lindy. Now, he keeps telling me also that there's new beginnings coming up for you, sweetheart. So I do feel like into, you know, once we get over December, it's like, let's get over December, and then things are starting to free up and open up for you as well, darling. And I do hear the words new beginnings, and I feel like there could be opportunities coming up for you as well into the new year. But let me tell you, grandfather is so proud of you. He absolutely adores you and loves you. Please keep talking to him and acknowledging him. He says to me, I don't know if you've just bought new outfits or something. He says there's there's been some sort of change going on. I don't know if you've just bought yourself some new clothing or new outfits or something around that, but he keeps mentioning that he's watching that and he really loves that as well. All right, darling. He's saying there's things coming for you. He's working behind the scenes. Oh, sorry if I'm freezing, guys. Spirit, come on. Sorry, Spirit's working. So that's your that's your granddad doing that to me as well, sweetheart. But I do feel like you've got a wonderful, wonderful future coming up for you as well. All right, darling. But your granddad is definitely with you. So certainly keep talking to him, darling. Keep talking to him because he is with you. Okay, sweetheart. He's always with you. He's never going to let go. Hi, Colleen. He's never going to let go of your hand. He loves you. He loves you, loves you, loves you. All right, my love. And I'm sending you so much love and healing over that as well. All right. Okay, let's get going. We've got going now. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Hello, Colleen. Thank you for joining me. Many blessings, many blessings. All right, let's go. Okay, where are we? All right. Susie, let's go with you. Susie, I'm with you. Hopefully you're still here, gorgeous girl. Anyone coming through for you? Well, let's call them in, shall we? I've got so many loved ones in spirit here. Let's go. I do feel like with you, darling, I have a gorgeous lady in spirit, and I want to say, my love, I do feel like, hello, Lucy. I want to say this gorgeous, it's so much karma. Kimmy. Oh, Susie, did you see that comment, that beautiful comment? Kimmy, it's so much karma. Well, hopefully it won't be karma. Hopefully we get more through, but we'll see. It is a lot karma here. Yes, it is. All right, Susie, I do have a gorgeous lady coming through, and I am feeling like, sweetheart, I am feeling like a grandmother connection. And I do feel like she, you connect beautifully with her, and I know you're very, very spiritual as well, gorgeous. And I want to say that I do feel like she connects divinely with you. I feel like she was a fabulous cook, and I do feel like also she's a real salt of the earth lady, and she speaks the truth just like yourself. I do want to say she doesn't mince words, if that makes sense. I do feel like she was quite the matriarch of the family, is what I'm being told from spirit, and I do feel like she held the family together. I want to tell you that she's walking your path with you, and I know you faced quite a few challenges along the way this year, but I want to say that she's making things work out, if that makes sense. She's bringing your hands back together, and I know what you mean. I know you understand what I mean with regards to that, and with regards to your partner and things like that. So I want to say that she's definitely looking after you with regards to those things, and she's around your family, and she's also with your family and healing all of that as well, darling. Okay. She's really quite a strong spirit, and I do feel like with her, she would have liked a bit more time on this plane as well, sweetheart. So I do feel like she, in her words, that she was taken a little bit too soon. And I want to say, I do feel that, she just had I feel like she was just a wonderful communicator, and she gave you those words of wisdom. But I do want to say to you that she's definitely around you. And there's something about, I want to say, the old country as well. I do feel like she's connected to the old country. She keeps talking to me about that as well. And I know you would understand that as well, sweetheart. So she's absolutely with you. And I'm hearing from spirit, she's just freeing up things for you, is what I'm hearing from spirit. And she's sort of clearing your way a little bit, clearing your path, because I know that you've faced, quite a few challenges, and you've climbed a mountain, but she's definitely helping to clear all of that, sweetheart. All right. And I'm sending you so much love and healing around that. All right. Okay. Hello, Lucy. Lovely to have you here. Hi, Colleen. Lovely to have you here. All right. Christine, I'm going to go with you, darling. Hopefully I can highlight you. Okay, there we go. Hi, sure. Have any answers regarding my claim? Goodness gracious. It's like, yeah, what's this TBD claim and the denied but reopened fighting, but I reopened it. Okay, yeah, goodness gracious. Christine, hasn't it been, heavens to Murgatroyd, it has been a real challenge, darling. A real challenge, this claim for you, sweetheart. And I did feel like there was, I did hear the number 8 around it, but I'm feeling like they're trying to delay things. You know what I mean? It's God, goodness gracious. It's just such a pickle, isn't it? I do feel like, with you, I do feel like it is terribly frustrating. I feel like we're hitting our head up against a brick wall, Christine. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I do feel like, sweetheart, yeah, they're really messing with things. And I forget who I got through for you before, but I feel like I got a granddad coming through for you, Christine. I got to say, I don't know if I got granddad before for you, but it's almost like I want to say I did. Yeah. I'm going to stick with granddad because I feel like granddad's like, he's the one that's trying to get it over the line for you. You know what I mean? I mean, your granddad certainly faced his own challenges in his own realm here on this plane, if that makes sense. And I do want to say that your granddad is always one of your big protectors, I do feel, and he was around you, particularly as a young child, young lady growing up as well. I feel like it was taken a little bit too soon as well, Christine. Does that make sense? He would have liked a bit more time on this plane. It's beautiful, beautiful soul. I feel like he would have got stopped down the street and talked to, if that makes sense. But I want to say also, with regards to his own challenges, he's saying that you're built from good stock, if that makes sense, Christine. I know that's not reassuring at this point, but I want to say that you're built from really good stock. I do feel like he's trying to get it over the line, sweetheart, and I do feel like, and then he's saying to me 7, and I'm hearing the number 8 again, so 7 to 8 days again. I know we're wanting it like tomorrow, and it should be there tomorrow, but he's telling me now it could be another 7 or 8 days. I just feel like they're dragging the chain. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're dragging things out. It's like I got, Christine, it's like I got showing like, like we're hi Lady M, we're undoing the like a piece of string, you know what I mean? And it's unwinding and things like that. So I do feel like they're doing things on purpose, but I do feel like it's still going to be a positive outcome for you. All right, my love. So try and hang in there. I know it's really tough and you just want to hit your head up against a brick wall, but I do feel like it's happening, sweetheart, and definitely granddad has definitely got it. Okay, sweetheart, so just keep talking to him. I know it's frustrating, but just yeah, it's so frustrating. Just try and release it into granddad, because granddad will certainly have it. All right, lovey. Granddad's gonna certainly, I don't know why I haven't said lovey, maybe he called you lovey, but I know that he's got it. All right, so just try and surrender it into spirit. All right, because when we hold on to things, it's like, this is your claim, right? This is you holding on to it, and your granddad's over here going, give it to me, and we keep holding on to it. He can't run with it, so just hand it over to him so he can run with it. All right, surrender it into him, and I'm sending you so much love and healing and many blessings. Okay, let's get going. Okay, keep going. Hopefully you're still here. I'm sorry for that. I'm being directed by spirit. All right, Lucy Wise, I'm with you, sweetheart. Hello, Lucy. Hello, gorgeous, and I love you, beautiful kitty cat there, sweetheart. Good morning, Rianne. Yeah, I know it's sometimes challenging. Hello, Lucy. I'm with you, sweetheart. All right. Goodness gracious, you're another one that's faced a few challenges along the way, sweetheart. You still here, Lucy? You still here? Hi, Rebecca. You still here? I'll try and get through as many as I can. Lucy, are you still here, my darling heart? Because I can't sort of see who's on. Oh, you are. You're sick. All right, sweetheart. You know what, darling? You're a huge empath, and I'm going to send you so much love and so much healing. But you're a huge empath, sweetheart, and what's happening is what I feel is that you're picking up on other energy, if that makes sense. You're divinely connected to somebody, and I do feel like you're picking up on their energy. Does that make sense to you? I feel like because you're still connected to them, if that makes sense. I don't feel that what you're going through is entirely yours, if that makes sense. I think your body and everything is reacting to what you're feeling, if that makes sense. So just put your protections in place. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. Whether you surround yourself in a bubble or put yourself in a glass crystal or something like that and surround yourself in white light, and just sort of disconnect, if that makes sense, because I do feel like you're not only picking up what's going on in your own home, but externally from that as well, and that could be even universally, sweetheart. Okay, and because you're such a huge empath, that you're super sensitive, and you're picking up other things, if that makes sense. All right, darling. That's what I'm hearing from spirit, and I think that's why you're so flat. It's also spirit telling you to slow down and to take care of you, and to bring you back home and to really heal yourself as well, sweetheart. And would you, Lucy, would you have grandma in spirit? Grandma in spirit, is that correct? I've got a gorgeous lady that's just walked in the room, sweetheart, and I want to say that you're the apple of her eye, let me tell you, and it's almost like she's bringing in some chicken soup for you, darling heart. And I've got to say to you that I do feel like with her that you were around her as quite a little girl, I want to say. And I do feel like with her that, you know, she's salt of the earth lady. She gave to everybody she met. You know, she may have even gone down the street and, you know, been stopped by others because she just has those beautiful words of wisdom. She does present to me also. All right, darling. Yeah, I'll get to that. She's also telling me. She's also telling me that. I do feel like also with regards to her that all the celebrations and things she was very big on, right? She also, hi Michael. I also, what's this? Oh, this is somebody spamming. Lucy, you just have to ignore this comment because somebody's in here spamming. So certainly just watch that. All right, guys, because when I'm on Facebook, I do get people that come in and spam. So just watch that. Just be careful with all of that. All right, I'm trying to work on that at the moment as we are in here as well. So just be aware of that, guys. Okay, because I just want you to be careful. Okay, because there's spammers in here, and I'm just trying to get rid of them as well. Sorry, guys. While I just go on and do that now, we'll just go in. Sorry, Lucy. I'll be with you in a second, darling heart. Just let me have a little look and see when these messages come through, and I'll just block this person. Let me see. Sorry, Lucy. This is spirit, right? Talk about spirit interrupting. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Lucy. Now, with regards to your beautiful grandmother in spirit, I do have to say to you that she's definitely looking after you, right? She wouldn't let anything happen to you on this plane. But I've got to say that you know, she's definitely looking after you and healing you from spirit. I do feel like you have lovely people around you as well, sweetheart. I do feel like also that you have lovely people around you. Oh, goodness gracious, this person's not going to give up, are they? I want to say I do feel like you have the right people. Hang on, Lucy. Let me just do this with this person, and apologies. Okay. All right. Okay. I do have to say to you, darling, that I do feel like things are going to improve for you. I do feel like your grandmother's absolutely bringing in the right people at the right time for you, Lucy, if that makes sense. And I also want to say, with regards to that, your grandmother's bringing in the right people at the right time. I know it's terribly frustrating. And I also know that, you know, that you know, because you feel so much, if that makes sense. But I do feel like that we might need more of a private reading with regards to that, Lucy, because there is more from your grandmother, and I know it's a health question, so I don't want to get too deeply into it here, if that makes sense. All right, sweetheart. But we're all sending you so much love and so much healing. But I've just got to say to you that your grandmother is definitely helping you, and definitely connecting with you, and also bringing the right people in at the right time. All right, sweetheart. And I do feel like that she's absolutely coming through to heal you and bring those people through for at the right moment, if that makes sense. All right, my love. And we're sending you so much love and so much healing. And I feel like you've got I feel like also, darling, I don't know if you've got a little cat in spirit or something, an animal in spirit as well, but I do feel like you connect beautifully with your animals as well, and that they're also healing you as well, sweetheart. All right, and I'm sending you so much love and so much healing. All right, let's get going. Sorry for the delay. Let me just keep going, and I'll come back to some of your questions and get on with those. All right, Rebecca Jane, I'm with you. Hopefully you're still here. Rebecca Jane, are you still here, my darling? And I'll bring you through, and we'll get a general reading for you, my darling heart. So are you still here, sweetheart? Rebecca Jane, apologies for spirit takes me in all different directions. I tell you what, if you guys have ever watched me on a TikTok or any other lives, you'll understand how crazy it is sometimes. All right, yes, yay, amazing. All right, okay, sweetheart, let's go with you, and I'll get you a general reading for you, darling. Okay, with you, my love, what I'm hearing from spirit is I do feel like that you've climbed a mountain, and I want to say I do feel like also that you're getting to the other side, if that makes sense. I do also feel like with you, Rebecca, goodness me, I'm getting the grandparents in today, aren't I? Goodness gracious me. I do feel like I've got another grandfather coming through for you, and I do feel like this gorgeous man, this gorgeous man was everything. I do feel that from him. I do feel that he worked very hard for his family. I do also feel that he had a love of life, if that makes sense. All right. I do feel like also that your gorgeous grandfather in spirit is very much a man that stood in his truth and his unconditional love. I feel like it was a bit of the very much, the family was his everything, if that makes sense, Rebecca. If you've got a grandfather or great grandfather in spirit, feel like he worked really, really hard. He's got really big hands as well. I do feel like he's got really, really big hands as well. So I do feel that he's sort of pulling you through the universe, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, Rebecca? Would you understand that message? And I do feel like also, I don't know if he worked on the land, but I just feel like he might have done manual work. He's just got really big hands, and it's like he's holding my hand, and he's just like got his arm around me as well. You know, he's just a beautiful man. He comes in and gives me a great big hug from spirit as well. But I feel like he welcomed everybody into his home. I feel like it was open door policy. Oh, good. Okay. Yes, he's got very, very big hands. Yeah. And I do feel like that he may have done manual work and things like that, but I do feel it's like he's lifting you up with these great big hands, you know, and pushing you as well to where you need to be and where you want to be, if that makes sense as well. He understands that you faced a few struggles this year, but I want to say 2023 is going to be a lot lighter than it was this year. The 2022 has been very, very challenging. Okay, my darling. He keeps whistling and he's saying he's whistling a happy tune, right? So I do feel like things are going to improve for you, my love, into 2023 rather. I think around the month of February, things are really going to pick up for you. And I do feel like I'm getting a money pouch put in my hand. So I do feel like you're also, with regards to your finances, is also going to increase. You go, phew, thank heavens for that, because it's been such a challenging year, right? And I want to say there, I do feel like there's love around you as well. So certainly if you're wanting to have a partner, or if you don't have a partner, I do feel like that your gorgeous granddad is also choosing somebody lovely for you. I do feel like a soulmate connection coming through. And I just want to say, I do want to say also that he is absolutely guiding you. He's always with you. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful spirit. And I want to say that he's absolutely with you. Just keep talking to him, all right, darling? He's having a good old laugh with me, so I feel like he had a fabulous laugh. He's just got an amazing laugh. He's just got amazing spirit. He's just absolutely gorgeous inside and out. And let me tell you that he's with you always, all right? Goodness gracious. And I'm sending you so much love and so much healing. Okay, so blessed be. All right, okay. Goodness me, I tell you what, this Facebook, we're getting some people spamming on here, guys. I'm really apologize in advance. Yes, he did. Oh, bless. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just ban this person. And okay, all right. Okay, all right. Let me keep going, and I'll answer another couple of questions. But if you're wanting readings with me, my website's there. So certainly schedule a reading with me to be my absolute morning. Rianne, sorry I didn't see you come in, my darling heart. All right, let's get going, and I'll get through. Yeah, there are like vultures, Lady M. All right, Lady M, you're up. I'm going to do one for you, darling. So you've come in. I know it's just like, goodness gracious. I tell you what, I can't believe what goes on in this. All right, okay, let's get going. All right, we'll just ignore them, and I'll just keep deleting them and blocking them. So you'll have to excuse me if I have to look down, because that's them coming in. All right, let's get going, Lady M. I love that name, Lady M. Let's see. You just want a general one, sweetheart? Bless you. By chance, I found you, and I'm happy to be here. Oh, well, that's spirit working, darling. That's spirit working. All right. Okay, let's have a little look and see what I've got for you. So I'll do a general one for you, my darling. Is that all right? Because I just feel like, goodness gracious, you're a free spirit, very old soul. Very old soul. It's like, you know, and you're a huge empath, darling. I feel like you feel things like nothing else. Super, super sensitive as well. I just get travel for you, my love. I must say to you, I just get travel around you. I don't know. I just get like you. It's almost like you're a bit witchy as well. Thank you, Colleen. Yeah, scammers. Yeah. I do feel like with you, you're very, very creative as well. But I just feel like it's almost like, you know, you're very witchy where you can't be tamed. Not that anybody should be. But I just feel like wild and free. I feel like nature really talks to you, Lady M, as well. And I just keep hearing travel. I don't know if you're thinking about doing a great big trip or something like that, but that's what I'm hearing from spirit for you, sweetheart. And I want to say to you, I do feel like also that I've got a grandmother in spirit for you, Lady M. Would you understand that? And I love that, Lady M. I think that's gorgeous. I do feel like this beautiful lady that I've got in spirit is also a lady. And it's interesting you come on as Lady M, because I feel like that's also from your ancestry as well. Wouldn't surprise me if that's past lives as well, because I can take you back even to medieval days, if that makes sense. I do feel like you're very, very creative, and whatever you choose will turn to gold, if that makes sense. You could run your own business too, sweetheart. Don't know if you're thinking about running your own business, but I do feel like you could run your own business as well. And sweetheart, would you have a grandmother in spirit? Is that correct? I feel like this gorgeous lady that's just walked in. I just got to say to you that this gorgeous lady that's looking after you, I don't know why I get you're so creative. You're so creative. It's like, goodness gracious, I hope you're doing this work. I hope you're doing what you're meant to do. There's something that you're passionate about, and I want you to really follow it. I don't know why I get pictures, or I don't know if you do movies or moving pictures or something around that, but you're very, very creative. That's what I'm being told from spirit. And I do feel like your grandmother is definitely with you, and making all of that happen behind the scenes, I want to say. I do feel like with this lovely lady that I do feel that she was a fabulous cook, and it's like I can smell it in the kitchen. It's almost like she's got all the pots on the boil. I feel very much at peace in her home as well. So I feel like that you would have felt that time. I feel like you had your own room made up and things like that. That's what I'm being shown from spirit. But I want to say this gorgeous lady is quite a determined soul as well. But she's making things happen for you with your future. I think 2023 for you, darling, you're going to be pulled through the universe like nothing else. It wouldn't surprise me. Also, with regards to that you're going to get some sort of exposure about what you're doing. Does that make sense to you? Because I feel that with regards to your creativity, it's almost like spirits saying that they want to show you off to the world. Does that make sense to you? I think you're doing something very, very interesting, and I keep getting, I don't know why I'm getting photographs or pictures or something around that, like movies and things like that. But I do feel, and I don't know if you make them or if there's something around that. I think music really moves you as well, darling. That's what I'm being told from spirit, if that makes sense. But I do feel like that spirit is definitely opening up those doorways for you, right? I feel like you even have the potential to go over water. That's what I'm being told from spirit. All right, so do it is what I'm hearing from spirit. All right, darling. And goodness gracious, if there's so much more there that I could tell you, let me tell you, because spirit's just bringing me through this great big download for you. But certainly let's walk them through. But yes, let's walk through them. That's right. But you're a very incredible spirit. And I want to say 2023 is absolutely your year, okay? It's really going to catapult you through the universe, okay, darling? And that's what I'm hearing from spirit. So just keep following your passion, because it's so right for you, okay? That's where spirit's taking you, all right? And I'm going to send your grandmother back to you with a great big kiss and cuddle from spirit. Many blessings for finding me today, and for spirit bringing you here, really. All right, okay, let's get going. Okay, Donna, I'm with you, sweetheart. Messages for today. Hopefully you're still here, gorgeous. Let's go. Yes, hoping 2023 will be better. Goodness gracious me. Okay, Donna, I'm with you, sweetheart. And as you know, sweetheart, oh, my absolute pleasure. As you know, sweetheart, there's only some things that I can say on here, Donna. So because I feel like there's things that I need to say to you that I unfortunately can't say in this public forum. But I'm just going to let you know, my love, that things are going to be okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? I know you faced a lot of challenges this year, and I do want to say to you that there's good times ahead. There's happy times ahead, particularly in 2023 for you. I think around about June, July, my darling. Yes, we need a booking too. Yeah, we do. And I think about July this year, my love, is when things are really July 2023 is when things are going to really calm right down for you. I know it's another 6 months of like climbing that mountain, but I know you understand what I mean with regards to that. But I do feel like you're definitely on the right path, sweet, and I just got to say to you that you're definitely doing all the right things, and your gorgeous family is being very, very much supported by your loved ones in spirit, as you know. And I want to say, you know, I mean, your family's fabulous without saying too much as well. But I want to say to you that you're on the right path is what I want to say. All right, darling. And you've got to trust also, I'm hearing from spirit, to trust that gut feel, darling. All right, to trust that gut feel. Okay, sweetheart, because that gut feel's always right. And I did a TikTok today about it. All right, darling. But we'll do more of one when I see you in your reading. All right, sweetheart. But I'm sending you so much love and so much healing. All right, sweetheart. I know where you're at, but I want to say you're also being very much held by spirit. Okay, darling. And I'm sending you so much love and healing around that. All right, Kayla Carmen. With regards to that question, sweetheart, that's an intimate question. Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer that on here. I know how you're feeling, but I'm going to send you so much love and healing. That would be a private reading with me, Kayla. All right, darling. All right. Unfortunately, this is such a public forum. I won't be able to, unfortunately, won't be able to answer that question here. All right. Okay, Kathy. All right, Kathy with a K, you're up. What do I need to know? Let's get going. All right, Kathy. Hello, beautiful. All right, what do you need to know? Goodness gracious. All right, let's get some loved ones in for you, Kathy. Seen I'm with you. With you now, I feel, goodness gracious, as they're all rushing for me, Kathy. Goodness gracious me, I've got like so many people running for me at the moment. I do feel like I've got a lovely lady in spirit as well. Hello, hello. I don't know if you've got, would you have an auntie in spirit, Kathy? Because I feel like this lady's like an auntie. I keep getting told like auntie. I don't know if you've got like an auntie in spirit. Would you have an auntie in spirit? Because I feel like it's a lady that's not like a grandmother, but I feel like an auntie. I just kept hearing auntie. Would you have an auntie? Thank you. Okay, she's life of the party, let me tell you. I feel like I could go and dance on tables with a Kathy. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, she's full of so much energy. Oh my goodness, what a treat she is. Oh, she comes in with so much joy. She's like life of the party. I feel like she's life of the party. She's a lady of beautiful unconditional love. She's also a lady of yeah. She's fabulous, Kathy. Like, I just feel like so much joy around her. I have to put my cards down because she's just an absolute delight. I just feel like she's the life of the party. I feel like that she would light up the room. And I want to say that she's also very much like yourself. You also light up the room and can hold a room. I feel like your aunt could hold a room. I do feel like your aunt was very close to you. I want to say that your aunt is also telling me that she loves you like you were her own, if you would understand that. I think that you two were so very, very close. All right. I want to say also that I do feel like she would have even gone out and played games and things like that with you. You know, she doesn't miss out on a trick, you know. But I do feel the closeness between the two of you. It's almost like a sisterhood, if that makes sense, right? She's a fabulous dresser. I feel like she could wear anything and look gorgeous, but I want to say that you also can wear anything and look gorgeous. She keeps telling me how gorgeous you are. I feel like, I don't even know if you've got the same color hair, but she wants to play with your hair, or if you've done something different to your hair, but she wants to play with your hair as well. She has a love of life, and I feel like, you know, she just loved life. I just feel like she loved everything and saw the good in others, if that makes sense. And I feel that you do too. I do feel like also that she loves where you're at the moment, Kathy. And I do feel like also that she just absolutely adores you. I feel like she's hanging out in your home all the time. She loves your home. She loves where you're at. She loves where you're going to, if that makes sense. And I do feel like she's making things happen as well for you as well. I do think, you know, she passed too young. Yeah, it's taken too soon is what I kept hearing from spirit, but I do feel like she kind of liked things fast as well. I don't think she'd want it any other way. You know, I don't feel like she wanted to suffer in any way or be a burden to anybody's. Yeah, she's your mum's sister. So I do feel like also that she's absolutely with you and she's guiding you along the way. And I do feel like that things are starting to move for you, albeit a little bit slower than probably what you want or anticipated. But I am hearing going into 2023, things are going to be a lot lighter than what they have been this year. I think you've carried a bit of a weight this year, if that makes sense. She's talking to me about caring. I don't know if you're caring for somebody or looking after somebody, but I do feel like you've been caring for others, and she's telling me it's now time to care for you, sweetheart. All right, that's what she's saying to me. It's about time for you to take care of you. All right. I also want to say that, and it's about your mum. Okay, thank you, because she's telling me it's time for you to take that love back in. All right. She keeps referring. I don't know if you can see the color of my nails, but they're like a love pink. They're like a dusty pink, and she keeps referring to the color of my nails being about the color of you, the bringing that love back into you. All right, sweetheart. Hello, Rosemary. So I do want to say to you that I do feel that moving forward and into 2023, things are just going to get a lot lighter for you, darling. And I think there's going to be more time for you. I know you've been working very, very hard with what you're doing, but I do feel like there's going to be more time for you, and for you to be able to do the things that you do, sweetheart. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit, for things that you want to do and you want to achieve. And certainly Gorgeous Aunt is not taking no for an answer with regards to that. I feel like there's a holiday coming up for you too as well, Kathy. A holiday or a vacation wherever you are in the world. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Struggles job. Yes. I do feel like with regards to career, that there's also opportunities coming for you. She's going to bring the right one in for you, okay? Because I do feel like that there's been challenges because you're such an empath as well, okay? I feel like there's an opportunity coming around, and your daughter's birthday. Yep. I do feel like also there's an opportunity just around the corner. All right, sweetheart, that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. So there is an increase in your finances coming, and I do want to say to you that I do feel like, it's not too far away, if that makes sense. All right, but the right position is coming for you. It's almost like it's going to land in your lap, darling, is what I'm being told from your aunt. All right, because she wants you to have the right one, if that makes sense, and not one that you're going to be, picking up on people, if that makes sense for you. But you could also run your own business. She's telling me that you definitely have an opportunity, should you wish to, run your own business as well. All right, my darling. So I'm going to send it back to you with a great big kiss and cuddle from her. She absolutely loves you and adores you. Keep connecting with her, which I know you do because you're very spiritual. So certainly keep connecting to her, talk to her. It doesn't always have to be in the verbal, can be just in our head. All right, because she's absolutely with you, and she absolutely loves you and adores you. All right, she'll give me a great big kiss from Spirit and a great big cuddle as well, and many blessings for allowing me to connect with her today. All right, okay, if you want a reading with me, my website's below. If you want to schedule a reading, it'd be my absolute pleasure and honor to do so. For me, it's my absolute pleasure to connect to your loved ones in spirit. All right, okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's go. Rosemary. Hello, Rosemary. Is there any messages for me? All right, let's get going and seeing what we can find. Who's going to come in for you? I'll just get Spirit to come in. Many blessings for joining me. With regards to you, sweetheart, goodness gracious, you're another creative soul. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. You just blew me away, Rosemary. You're very, very connected to Spirit. I do want to say that, goodness me, you're a huge hi, Kimmy. Thank you. Thanks, Kimmy. With regards to you, Rosemary, I do feel like you're very, very creative, and I do want to say, goodness gracious, got to put my cards down. You blow me away with your beautiful energy and things like that. I do feel your psychic's on, and I also want to say your mediumship is on. So trust that. I feel that you're an empath, so you feel things, but I just get so much creativity around you. I do feel like this comes very naturally to you as well, Rosemary. I do feel like I've got a gorgeous lady coming through for you in spirit, and I do feel like this is like a grandmother. I feel like I've got a grandmother in spirit. I do feel like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree for the two of you, and I do feel like she's a fabulous spirit. I feel a bit before her time, if that makes sense. I feel like she gave you words of wisdom. I do feel like she was very much the matriarch of the family as well. I feel like family was everything. I think she worked very hard, but I want to say also she had a beautiful unconditional love. She spoke her truth. She's quite determined. She spoke her truth in who she was, and I do feel like she doesn't like suffer fools lightly, if that makes sense. I do feel like she's very much that lady. I also feel like she gave to many. I feel like she gave to everybody that she met and met along the way. And I feel that you do too, Rosemary. Give so much of yourself out to everybody that you meet. You're beautiful, unconditional love. I feel that even when you work or whatever you do, you throw your whole self in, and that's very much like your grandmother as well. I do feel like your grandmother, whatever she did 100, 200, 300%, you know, and she just threw her whole self in, if that makes sense. I do feel like also that with your grandmother, that she also loved nature as well as being inside. She loved nature. It wouldn't surprise me if she grew her own veggies and things like that. But I am hearing that as well. I feel like she just would, you know, give to so much. Even if we were sitting around a dining table or so much, she wouldn't sit down. I feel like she was quite busy all the time, if that makes sense as well. So I do feel like that she'd always give so much to everybody. If you were sitting at the table, she wouldn't allow you to get up. She'd go and get it for you, kind of thing. And I do feel like that you're very much that way. You throw yourself at everything that you do, and you give so much of yourself. So it's her also saying to me that it's time for you to take some of that back, you know, and some of your own energy back, so that you can do the things that you want to do. I don't know why I'm seeing paintings around you, Rosemary. I don't know if you do art or anything like that, but I am seeing paintings and art and things like that around you. So I don't know if you do artwork, but that's what I'm picking up on. Or you have an appreciation for art, or you've got art in your home. I just keep getting shown paintings like nothing else. But I do feel like with your grandmother, that she's certainly clearing your path. I think that you too have had a bit of a journey this year. And I want to say, I do feel like that she's clearing the path for you to make things a lot easier into next year as well. I do see travel around you, and I do feel like that there may be an opportunity for you to travel over water as well into next year as well. But I just feel like poetry. Thank you. I knew there was something creative that you were doing. Thank you. I was just showing art, you know, like nothing else. So I do feel like that you have the opportunity to take things over water as well with regards to your poetry. I keep being told that people need to hear you. So I don't know if you actually are publishing your poetry for others, or if you can get that out in an audio or something like that, because, you know, there's nothing worse when we're on the computer all day to sometimes we don't want to sit down and read a book. Sometimes we just want to listen to it. And your gorgeous voice is a healing voice, if that makes sense. So I do feel like you've got an opportunity to take that over water. I also feel like you've got an opportunity to travel. I think the words that you're channeling from spirit with regards to the poetry you write, you're definitely channeling words from spirit, and definitely your grandmother is working with you. I do feel like your finances are going to increase into next year. I feel like around mid-year, things are going to be a lot better than what they have been. And I think that it's just like, I want to say, your grandmother is just telling me it's all your hopes and dreams and wishes come true, right? I just feel things are going to get a lot lighter and a lot better than they have been this year, if that makes sense. All right, darling. And I'm sending you so much. I'm going to send it back to you with a great big kiss and cuddle, and many blessings for joining me. And I'm going to send you so much love and so much healing around that as well. All right. Okay. Many blessings. All right. I'll do a couple more. All right. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Lovely to have you here. Many blessings for joining me. So much love. Empath emotion. Thanks so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, there's all the cards fell out. Oh my goodness. Lisa, did you just see that? Goodness gracious. Did you guys just see that? Let me pick them up. Okay. Oh, Lisa. Please excuse my back. Goodness gracious me, that's a good one. Okay, Lisa, this is for you, sweetheart. You should see all of these. Okay, now, oh, and bless you too, Rosemary. Thank you so much, and many blessings for joining me and allowing your loved ones in spirit. Lisa, all these cards just literally, can you see how red my face is? Goodness me. This is... All right, Lisa, I'm with you. What a character. Okay, darling, let's go. Okay, I'll just do a couple more readings. All right, Lisa, a blessing on a fresh start for you. Look at that. Blessing on, how do I do that? Blessing on a fresh start for you, sweetheart. All right, that's one. You've got new beginnings all around you, Lisa. I can't tell you enough that there's new beginnings coming up for you. I do feel like that there's, you know, you faced a few challenges this year, and I want to say that I do feel like things are starting to move for you, and there's new beginnings. All right, so there's an absolute fresh start. All right, sweetheart. And I've got to say, I've got to say, Spirit's definitely making that happen, Lisa, if that makes sense. All right, sweetheart. I know you're spiritual. I know you connect to Spirit, and I know it comes very naturally to you as well, sweetheart. I do feel like you're a big empath as well. But I do want to say you're very connected to your psychic, and you're very connected to your mediumship. And it wouldn't surprise me if you end up following that path as well, sweetheart. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. You have certainly a book within you as well, darling. I've been told from Spirit that you have a blessing from Spirit to do a book. I do feel like there's a book within you as well, Lisa. So certainly if there's a journey that you've taken, start journaling things and things like that, because that's certainly an opportunity for you to write a book as well. I do feel like there's travel coming up for you as well, Lisa. You're another one with travel, and there's a blessing on your journey. Now, that could be a blessing on your spiritual journey, but it can also be a blessing on your travel as well. I do feel like there's an opportunity for travel coming up as well. I don't know if there's I've also got this from Spirit, sweetheart, and I don't know what this means, but you will understand it because it's one of the cards that's fallen out. There's a blessing for unity where there was once division. So if there's been a challenge around any relationships, and I'm feeling maybe within the family or something like that, I do feel like that there's Spirit that's bringing you guys back together. Okay, that's what I'm hearing from Spirit with regards to that, Lisa. Now, I know you're very, very creative. There's something that you're passionate about that I keep hearing from Spirit that you're very, very passionate about. And Lisa, would you have a beautiful grandfather in spirit? Would you have a beautiful grandfather in spirit? I do feel like this gentleman also, and you're a Reiki master. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. There you go. Thank you. That's all Spirit, right? So you would understand that, okay? And you're a Reiki master learning to read. All right. Yeah, fabulous. That's what I was getting, sweetheart. You're absolutely going along the path, the right path with regards to that, right? Spirit's really pulling you along that path for a reason. And the new home with you and your daughter is absolutely the right place to be. I feel like home's really chosen that the home has chosen you, if that makes sense, Lisa. So absolutely the right place to do. And I hope you're starting to do your healing with your Reiki and things like that. I do feel like your business is really going to start to pick up next year, darling. And I feel like you just got to trust those, trust yourself with regards to your readings and things like that. It's about, embracing your fear and pushing through it, if that makes sense. All right. Because I'm hearing from Spirit that you are getting those messages from Spirit. And it's just about trusting yourself. Does that make sense to you? And if I can help you in any way, then certainly, schedule a reading with me and things like that. But you're definitely on the right path now. Not that you weren't, but I feel like things are really starting to progress for you, and I do feel like you have an opportunity to get your Reiki business and get your psychic and your mediumship up there and out there, and I feel you're going to be very, very successful with it. All right. And I do feel like this grandfather that I'm hearing from Spirit is definitely with you and making those things happen. It's like I'm seeing doors open and opportunities coming up for you, absolutely coming through for you. All right, darling. So 2023 is even going to be more exciting for you. All right, sweetheart. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay. And I'm sending you so much love and healing around that as well. All right. Yes, the negative now is gone. Yes. And because you're such a stunning healer, you've healed that. All right, sweetheart. So I'm sending you so much love and so much healing around that as well. All right. If you'd like a reading with me, you can certainly head over to my website, showslatermedium.com, and schedule a reading with me. To be my absolute pleasure and honor to do so. I will be doing another live, guys, on Facebook probably around about next week. But if you're wanting to catch some of my lives, I do TikTok lives. You can check me out there. I'm Show Slater Medium on TikTok. And if you want a reading with me, that's my website. And I'm sending you all so much love, as above, so below, so blessed be.